Good morning YouTube, thank you for joining me today. I'd just like to start by saying if you've clicked on this video to watch it, appreciate your valuable time, I really do. Now hopefully the thumbnail was enticing enough to click on, or the title was enticing enough to click on. I don't want to go down the route of clickbaiting. You know, we did have quite thick mist this morning first thing. I was up at 6 here by about 6:30 this morning. Didn't really get much of a nice sunrise, didn't quite get that cloudy inversion. I mean, there's a little bit you'll see from the drone footage and maybe some video footage that it came out. You should have seen by now that the low line mist was nice. I was still hoping to keep it up here as well, but we didn't kind of get that really. And I could have used a real clickbaity title like, am I going to survive? Will I die in the mist? Will I get lost in the mist? But that's just not me, so I'm hoping that quality, substance and enjoyment is enough for my videos. Well, I'm here along the South Downs area and I was hopefully looking for the hares this morning. I did try yesterday, but the cloud that we had was too thick and I couldn't actually see very far, and it didn't even really lift. So I decided to just take a couple of photos of the sunrise and call it a day, and try again this morning. So here I am. We've got some diggers working behind, which is a bit disappointing, but hopefully they will be past them before long, and hopefully we'll get to see some wildlife. A couple of people, obviously. There's a couple of people also coming for a nice walk today. I think we've got low clouds all day. Temperature's not too bad, it's about 6 degrees. It's not particularly cold, especially with glovies and a hat. I have got a woolly hat in the bag if I need it. Forecast is 5% chance of rain, but I think we're going to get a little bit wet because you're kind of in the clouds here. But hopefully, once we're past the digger, maybe we'll get onto some areas where we might see some hares. That's the plan. Hopefully see a few birds. You can probably hear them in the background, I don't know. A little blue tip. Okay, let's head on up the track. Well, you can probably see the digger behind me. Unfortunately it's digging in human waste, which is a bit of a shitty smell, if you'll excuse the pun. But I've just stopped here to just film this mist, which is still hanging around, but kind of in the next valley. So yeah, I'm just filming that for a minute for a bit of kind of sped up footage. Haven't seen much in the way of wildlife yet. It's still early. I've only been walking about half an hour. There's a lot of noise from the digger as well, so this little area is probably going to be quite quiet. I mean, I haven't seen much in the way of bird activity other than crows and seagulls so far. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. Pheasant, hare would be really nice. Hare is what I've come for. Sorry, I'm a little bit fixated at the moment with the low clouds. Let me show you. As you can probably see right in the distance there, that is Devil's Dyke. It's a beautiful stretch. It's funny, I nearly headed there this morning because the flanks of the dyke often get hare, and there's a little section of woods which I thought might be quite good, but no, instead I headed up this way. No regrets. I do love Steyning as an area, so I have walked this route and this track and this part of the South Downs Way many times. Well, I'm going to keep on going, see if I can find whatever there is to see. Maybe deer, who knows. I'm just coming up to a field where I have photographed hare before, albeit a long time ago. I think maybe because the field is always being ploughed and it's surrounded, well, down one side in the corner is some trees and some bushes, so it gives them somewhere to hide. I always really struggle in the winter for wildlife to photograph. I always find it hard. I always find there's little to see. I mean, other than one blue tit, that's the only kind of, I say pretty bird, but you know, other than a seagull or a crow that I've seen this morning. And hares are often quite easier, well, are a lot easier to see this time of year, just purely in the fact that it's a lot more bare. Let me just cross down here. This is, we're having, the digger is obviously using this track, as is the four-wheel drives that are getting to and fro from site, and as you can see, it's a complete quagmire. Now I am, hold on, let me just put you down. In fact, I'm gonna take my bag off for a minute. I have got a coffee to drink, a flask. Oh, right, okay, I'm gonna spend, getting warm, gonna spend some time and see what I can see amongst the trees in the edge of the fields. Sorry, yes, I was saying, struggle, winter, wildlife. I love to get out in the winter, especially when it's kind of these misty, slightly cold. Much prefer the cold than the warm. But I do struggle with finding wildlife. Let me know in the comments below what kind of things you find in the winter or struggle to find. Maybe I'm the only one, but during the summer, or spring, summer, there just seems to be abundance of wildlife for obvious reasons. They are nesting, having babies. But I see a lot less deer in the winter than I do the summer, which you think I'd see more in the winter, being as it's a lot more open. Well, I can see some activity down there in the trees, so gonna spend some time, have my coffee, see what's going on down there. Really struggling this morning. I mean, I've got a good view from here. I've got from here to Sisbury, I mean, that's got to be 2 miles. I've got about a mile in that direction I can see, a good mile in that direction. And other than the pheasants, which are always enjoyable to film and watch and hear, there's a farmer on his quad bike, but that is all I can see. I haven't got my glasses on, but I'm just keeping an eye on the audio. I've just changed my microphone setup over the last few videos. My microphone, I feel, has been letting me down in its quality, and it's too easy to muck around with the decibel gain frequency of the microphone, and it's either really quiet or it's blown out. Whereas I've now changed to the DJI microphone, the DJI Mini mic, that not only does it just plug straight in to my Osmo Action 3, which means no cables, it's a lot more compact, as is the microphone that's on here. And the benefit with this is that it has a clip-on muff, whereas my previous Rode microphone did have a clip-on muff, but they never stayed on, so I either used to use it without the muff, in which case the wind noise was annoying, or I used to have to run my little lavalier microphone with the wire down to it. This seems to be so much easier, so much quicker to use, clip and a magnet. So I'm really hoping this proves to be a lot better. I guess I'll tell when I'm editing. Right, well I think I'm going to keep on walking for about another mile or so till we've got up past the brow of the hill, and then we'll stop there, do the same again, and that's when I think I'll have my coffee. Right, back soon. Well, there really is very little going on. This mist is rolling in, beginning to feel a little bit damp. There's plenty of sounds of the pheasants. But other than pheasants, some sheep, some seagulls, some crows. And there's a lady with a couple of collies herding the sheep. That's pretty much all I've got today. But for me, still the most important thing is getting out. Still very peaceful and relaxing and endorphin releasing. So it's still always worth getting out, whether I get photos or not. Well, I'm going to start heading back. And if we see anything, that'd be good. So quiet. Well, I'm heading back down now. And the clouds that were hanging around are still hanging around, and we're getting on towards 11 o'clock now, so I'm quite surprised they're still lingering in the valley, and I guess maybe that's because the sun hasn't really been out so far today to burn it off. It is always nice to see. I'm not sure whether I'm going to head up as far as Devil's Dyke. I may do, because it's in the clouds at the moment. I think I'll wait till I'm back down to the van before I make a decision like that. But there might be something up there to see. I'd like to have flown my drone up there today, but all 3 batteries were used this morning. It was very cold. I was getting about 15 minutes of flight time out of them, so yeah, they need charging again. Right, let's keep walking. Right, well guys, I'm nearly back to the van, and I was just walking down this track thinking, you know, if any of you guys know of somewhere that's worth me visiting for wildlife or landscape photographs, I'm down on the south coast, down in Worthing. So if anybody has got an area that they like to photograph, or think I should visit that maybe I haven't for photographing, then please leave a comment down below. I would love to know what other people are filming, photographing, whether it's wildlife or nature, waterfalls, lone trees, follies, ghostly castles, anything like that. So like I said at the start, thanks for clicking on this video. It's been another day of not really photographing much, and again, like I said, I struggle this time of year, so I hope the video hasn't been too boring for you. The fresh air was good, the mist was nice, and I'm going to leave you with a bit of drone footage, I think, of that mist this morning. So until next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now.